I love things that are precarious. I like pieces to be doing something, or especially about to do something. Like the pink piece is about to fall out of the wall. The red chairs are about to explode up. The red chairs in the wall, they're just exploding out of the wall. I like something you something is happening or about to happen. Especially I like the tension of, that thing's about to fall on me, but it's not, and it's more alive that one than just a piece of something. One huge source for me, I just love hardware stores. I've always loved hardware stores. I don't know, I think they're fascinating. And I go regularly because, I don't know, I see something and it strikes me. For example, I went across one aisle and there was copper tubing, used for, I think it was specifically for refrigerators, used copper, and different sizes. And I thought, wow, that's, I could do something with that. I wasn't sure what, but I got home and I just started to, it comes in a big coil, and just started to work with the coil, and I twisted it around and twisted it more, and then made it, and flipped it over, and so on. It just kept going, and I'm just about finished with it, and I just love it. The red and orange piece was, tubing for like washer dryers and stuff. I love doing it because, well, mainly because I can't even help it. Something comes to my mind or whatever, and I just have to do it, and it's fun, and I really get involved. It's the most wonderful thing that I do, I guess. I really get intensely involved, and I just go off the wall. It's very nice that people enjoy it, people like it. And I guess all the stuff I do is kind of whimsical, or very whimsical. But I love that people see it and smile, or laugh, because it's very funny. I mean, red chairs popping out of a wall. I mean, that's funny. But I find it very beautiful. I just love it, so it's successful to me. Well, I've been doing artistic stuff since I was a kid, like since I was 3 years old, I guess. And I've always done it. And when I moved to Sarasota a few years ago, I decided I'd do it a little more seriously or intensely, I guess. And I just put the ideas together, what I really love, and I love color, as you can see. And I love three-dimensional things. I love architecture and, of course, sculpture. Well, usually I never look for things. Things just strike me. I can be looking at something just outside my front door, or magazines a lot, present themselves, especially if it's colorful. For example, the red chairs behind me, they just started, why? Oh, because I did another piece with the red chairs just popping out of the wall, and that was fun. It had been a bookcase for television, and I don't like television. And I've never had one until recently. And I tried putting some pictures in the big space, and it just was kind of a negative feeling to it, and I wanted something alive, and it just occurred to me, well, why don't I get some chairs popping out of the wall? And that's how it happened. A lot of things just come to me, and then after I did that, I was thinking of something else to do for this space, because this was seemed a little empty. And I just thought chairs, and I thought, well, what about using folding ones? And then my mind gets going, and I thought, well, you could do one sort of as they keep opening up and opening up. And I just started, and I originally did this, so I was standing upright, and I had to turn it over to paint it on another side. And it just plunked down and went this way on the ground. So these things, it just kind of emerges, and it's fun. I just love it. So many people get stuck with what they should do, or what's expected of them, or what the world says is right, and so forth. And, well, I'll speak for myself. I always like to see something different in whatever I see, unless I'm reading the play or whatever. I don't know, I don't like the ordinary. I think there's always something you can add to life. Or, as in cooking, you could follow a recipe and do it over and over again. Or you can maybe use it as a basis. They might think, gee, this could be even more interesting to do this, or why didn't I mix this with this, or that gives me an idea. Why don't I do something totally different because, et cetera, et cetera. Probably one of my most intense interests. I just love color, and particularly red, as you've probably noticed. But color, I don't know, it just turns me on, and I love using color in different ways. For example, the mauve chairs piling up, or the red chairs unfolding, the red, the blue, the yellow, or the windows behind me. That's just beautiful. The intention of my work is to make even more, and even more colorful and bigger. Well, I think one of the intentions, simply making it, was the intention. I just love creating something new. There's nothing greater in the world to me than a smile. You know that you've affected someone in a real special way. And if I can do that, with the forms, my ideas, the color, etc., that's great. I think it's a big accomplishment. Don't do what's supposed to be done, or don't do what someone tells you to do, or how to do it, or whatever. If you want to be another ordinary kind of person or whatever, that's what you can do. But I think a lot of people have something special. And that's a way to really enjoy life. I believe in enjoying life. I've had a good life. And I still plan to, and keep doing what I love to do, and it gets more and more interesting and fun.